Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. Today's video is a Drugstore powders hits and misses. I closed the windows in my extremely hot apartment because someone's doing yard work outside and you can still hear them doing yard work even with the windows closed. Anyway, hopefully it's not picking up on camera. Let's get into it. So let me start off with two misses, actually three. I returned the one, so I'll just show you like a little pic of it on the screen. But the first one I want to talk about is the Wet n Wild Fergie Centerstage Collection Take on the Day Mattifying Powder. This is so chalky. Ew, I just don't even like the feeling. Like there's a difference between thin and finely milled. This is just thin and gross. It looks weird on the skin. It feels like it might have that like silky HD finish, but alas, chalky. My second miss is the Physicians Formula Organic Wear. I don't even know because it's not written on here, but I'll have it listed down below. It's cool that this is like organic. It's just not great for like, it's too expensive to not be great, you know what I'm saying? On me it looks okay, but they say that this is like the dark color. I've tried it on my friend with like more of a tan medium skin tone and just no. It's a little chalky and it has flashback 100%. And then the third one I'll just have like right over here. It is the Milani Prep Set and Go whatever. Prep Set and Go, throw that powder in the garbage. It is just so chalky. Like, do you see a theme? These powders are just chalky. It's really hard to find good powders at the drugstore. I just rarely use drugstore powders. So let me get into like the two that I enjoy. I just realized that all of the misses that I talked about were translucent powders. If you really need a translucent powder, like your skin tone's always changing and you just want one powder for all over, you could use the Coty Airspun. That one I would not call a favorite because the rose perfume in it is just so not good to me, and the color is really peachy in the translucent extra coverage. There's another color that I haven't tried. That powder's pretty like heavy duty but still like smooth looking, so if you have really oily skin or you just want like a serious setting powder and you don't mind like a very outdated rose fragrance on your face, and if you can get the color to work for you, then try the Coty Airspun. I do like the texture of it. Anyway, the two that I'm going to talk to you about are not translucent powders. Whether the brand carries your shade, like I know deeper skin tones in general will suffer at the drugstore, that's another story. But the textures of these are amazing and the color definitely works for me. They're two very different powders. Let me start with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. So this came out as part of their Photo Focus collection. I reviewed their Photo Focus foundation, which I will have linked down below for you if you're interested. This is also amazing. It is more of a finishing powder. If you have oily skin, I don't think this will set your makeup because it's not very dense. It's not like the most pigmented thing in the world. It just is a finishing powder, and on like normal to dry skin it could work as your setting powder. The reason this is better for maybe normal to dry skin is because it has a like semi-luminous finish. It's not a highlight, it's definitely an all-over face powder, but it's not super mattifying. It's going to give you more of like a natural healthy finish. The next one is the NYX blotting powder. This one is matte. It's not super pigmented, it's not a foundation powder. It's technically not a setting powder, like based on the way it's marketed. It's a blotting powder, but I do use it to set like my under eyes and my T-zone just because it's like a little bit on the pinky side for me, so I don't use it all over my face. Nevertheless, it is very mattifying, which makes sense because it's a blotting powder. Blotting is supposed to take away excess oil. But for the record, I would blot with blotting papers first and then apply a powder if you're going to blot, because if you mix a powder with oil, that just like equals cake face. This I love to set in my T-zone because it's super finely milled. You can use it to set all over your whole face if you want a matte finish, and if you can find a shade that works for all over the face for you. So yeah, I'm sorry I only had 2 hits and 3 misses. I just think like the drugstore is really lacking in face powders. A lot of people love the Rimmel Stay Matte, but I just don't care to try it because it has coconut oil in it. I break out all the time regardless, so it's hard to say like whether these don't break me out because I'm usually breaking out, but I haven't noticed myself breaking out more than usual when I wear these. Oh my gosh, okay, it's so hot. I'm gonna end this video now. I have nothing left to say. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite drugstore powder is, as well as ones that you don't like in the comments below. And otherwise, I will see you in my next video. Bye.